work hard and then also allow God to interfere and help you and let him provide. Like, he is a provider. He wants to help you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Shauna, and in today's video I'm gonna share another testimony. I feel like I'm just bringing these testimonies back to back. Super excited to share it with you guys because this one is super personal for me, but I'm glad that I'm able to share it with you. So definitely keep on watching and enjoy. So when I was around 21 years old, I got kicked out. And at that moment, like, the way I felt was just so broken. I was hurt, I was confused, I was afraid, especially being like a 21-year-old female and just not knowing what to do next. So I was still in college around this time, and luckily I had like 2 weeks left until I started the fall semester. So I just needed somewhere to go for 2 weeks. Lost a couple of friends through this process, but also was able to live and stay with my ex for like the 2 weeks that I needed. So when I got to school, you know, usually people are so, you know, they have expectations of what the semester is going to be like, or getting ready for your classes. But for me, I was just getting ready to start saving and figuring out what I was going to do when I graduated and where I was going to stay. So it was definitely a tough time, very stressful time for me. And around this time, I also really didn't have a relationship with God. So I just want to tell you guys that even when you don't have a relationship with God, he still provides. He still knocks on your door and waits for you to open it. Because I didn't even know this until, you know, after the situation. Because especially when you're in that moment, you're just feeling all these emotions and you feel like, but why is this happening? And why doesn't my family care? Like, it's just like a lot of emotions at once. And I just want to let you know that that's the time when you should be actually getting closer to God and seeking God, because he's the only one that can give you peace and the only one that can truly provide. And just to give you guys some hope, he provided all the way through, even when I didn't know him. So in college, I got a job and I was working in the cafeteria, and I made about like $12 an hour, very little. And the apartment that I was looking at was about like $2,900, like around there, because you know you have to pay like the first month's rent and the security. So I saved about $3,000 within like 3.5 months, and that literally was by the grace of God. Because I'm just gonna let you guys know how important it is to trust in God and also trust in yourself, because you can't sit around wondering, why doesn't this happen, and why can't I get this far, and why can't I have this place. You have to work hard, and then also allow God to interfere and help you and let him provide. Like, he is a provider. He wants to help you. According to Hebrews 13:5, it says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." At that time, I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't even read the Bible. So now I understand that he never left me. This whole time during this season of being broken and hurt, he was there the whole time providing for me, and I didn't even know it. So whenever there's a huge accomplishment in your life, just know that God is the one providing that for you. What are you doing on your end? You can't sit around and hope and wish, oh God, can you send me this, can you send me that, and you're just still sitting there not doing anything about it. He gave you life. You're gonna do with it. So I worked my butt off, and God finished the rest. He came through and he provided that money, that's exact money, so that I can get that place to stay. According to Psalms 147:3, it says, "He heals the broken heart and binds up their wounds." So remember, while I'm in school, I was super broken. Although I was still, you know, working my butt off and making sure I had the money to sustain myself out after college, I was still very broken. It was a time in my life where I had a phase, and just like I started seeking men and attention and just wanting to feel loved by someone. So I started to feel a void that shouldn't have been filled, and I realized that, you know, God is my only the only one that can provide me with peace and joy, and the only one that can heal my heart, and he did that and more. My life has been such a journey, but he definitely healed my heart. And it was a time when I always had I was so stuck in the past. I was always just having these nightmares, and I just like would wake up and I'm like, oh my god, like it was the same dream over and over. Just imagine like having a constant nightmare of getting kicked out over and over and over. It's like it already happened, but then it started to happen in my dreams. And at that time I didn't really know about spiritual realms and just like rebuking the dreams when I wake up. It was just a traumatizing experience for me, but also I was just also tormented by these demons that wanted to bring me down, to remind me that of what happened in my life. But also what works hand in hand is that you also have to forgive. God is truly a provider, a healer, and a restorer. He provided for me when I needed him, when I didn't even know him. He healed my heart when I was broken and I sinned like crazy, and I was seeking other men who couldn't really give me the peace and the joy that I really needed. And then he restored my relationship with the person who hurt me, but now I'm not hurt anymore, because remember, he healed my broken heart, and I love them so much. In my heart I can say that I love them. I don't regret it. I don't hate anyone. I let it go, and I'm able to live a free life, just like what God has given us freedom. Don't be a prisoner to your past or your thoughts. And I definitely encourage you guys to seek the Lord. Open your Bibles, get to know him. He wants to hear from you. He wants you to build a relationship. And honestly, my life hasn't been this has been honestly the best time in my life, when I got to get closer to the Lord and realize how much I am worth and how much I am loved. And at the end of the day, I will always depend on him, no matter what season I'm in. If you're in a season where things are not working out and you feel that you don't understand why and things are just not going the way as planned, just know that God definitely has a plan for your life. According to Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Believe in those words, have hope in it, because honestly, it is so true. He's willing, and God is able. He can do anything. He literally already has a plan for you. So before you were born, he already had a plan on your life. So that alone should give you so much reassurance that no matter what happens to you, you have a purpose. You have a purpose greater than your own mind can figure out. Remember, so I want you guys to understand that he's waiting for you, and he loves you. He will never forsake you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super excited to be able to share this part of my life with you. It has definitely been a journey, but I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed, and I want you guys to know that God is here for you always. He'll never forsake you. I encourage you guys to get to know him more, build a relationship, and trust in the Lord. So thank you. I do definitely plan on making more videos every Friday about my story and my testimonies, just so you guys can have a little bit of more understanding of my background and what I've been through. Thank you guys again. I'll see you soon.